The following racist, petty, harasser trash comes courtesy of Pix11.com. Pix11.com writes, and I quote, "A Midtown pizzeria is proudly serving a new slice called picanika, featuring toppings like southern fried chicken, sea salted watermelon, and sunflower seed crust." A viewer emailed Pix11 saying he walked into his usual lunch spot at Pizza by Certé on 56th and Lenox Avenue when he was shocked by what was on display as the quote pizza of the month. Quote, "I went there today and there was a new pizza that they are selling called picanika, which sounded very horrible when I read it. It was when I read the description I knew that the name was in fact racist. The quote unquote picanika features toppings like southern fried chicken, sea salted watermelon, and sunflower seed crust with arugula, goat cheese, ricotta, and blue cheese." The manager of Pizza by Certé, Victor Guzman, told Pix11 that they're aware of the problem because someone wrote to them on Twitter. They are not selling it Thursday night, but it's not off the menu, and the management has no plans to change that. Guzman said that the pizza is one of their best sellers. He explained they don't plan to change the name because it's in quote Italian pronunciation. The pizzeria took to Twitter on Friday to apologize for having offended anyone, as it was not their intent. And they said, and I quote, "We sincerely apologize we have offended anyone with name of our popular August pizza. Certainly not our intent. Name has been changed at Pix11 News." End quote. Oh, goodness gracious. And then Pix11 wrote that they said the name has been changed. Okay, so I guess this is some, cheap publicity for this really, really ratchet, disgusting, nasty, gutter butt joke of a company. But there's a video that you need to see, and if you click the link below, you visit my blog, it'll take you to the Pix11 website where you can see the, what is it like, about 2 minutes and 6 seconds. There's an actual news story video where they went out and they talked to people and whatnot. And the best part of it is about a minute and 16 seconds into the video, there is a voiceover of the owner of the restaurant speaking about this whole situation. And here's what he said. And then I'm going to comment on what I think about it all after I tell you what he said. He said his father is Italian, and when he pronounces the word picnic, he says picanika. He said he wanted to Italianize it because it's pizza. Pause the story right there. How can you make pizza any more Italian than what it is? Isn't pizza considered to be an Italian food in origin? Or at least that's what people say. That's really amazing that you're trying to make pizza any more Italian than what it already is. Anyway, he goes on to say he doesn't believe that the ingredients are racist. And, with him being a racist, he goes on to say, "I don't think anything is racist." Then he goes on to say, "I found the tweet today to be racist." I don't know what tweet he's referring to. But then check this out. He goes on to say this. Yeah, so he said he thinks that the tweet was very racist and that he thinks a racist, like in his opinion, is somebody who thinks about race. But wait a second. He just said that nothing is racist. Then he turns around and says, "Well, I think that being a racist is someone who thinks about race." Didn't you think before you spoke? So since you're thinking about race, are you calling yourself a racist? I mean, how does this game work? Oh, that's right. Like I tried to explain to everybody before. At the end of the day, racism used to be a very physical thing back in the day. That's how Caucasian people would express their racist views. They'll put people in chains, beat you up, snatch you off the street, say, "Hey, you looked at that white girl," or whatever. They beat your face in like Emmett Till. They kill you, do things like that. It was very, very physical. And that's how they expressed their racial hatred. They would just claim you did, said, or maybe even thought something that they didn't like. "I don't like the way that N-word looked at me." That's what these terrorists used to do. But nowadays, what these thugs are doing is they're attempting to outsmart everyone. So they'll say, well, I don't believe in racism. I don't see racism. You want to know what a racist is? A racist is somebody who thinks about race. Wait a second. If you don't see racism, you don't think anything's racist, then how do you have your own definition of racism? It sounds like you really thought about it. I mean, to come up with your own special definition, that's not even in the dictionary. People who are racist think about race. Makes no sense. But then again, he's the owner of a pizzeria that sells chicken and watermelon pizza called Picanika. And the funniest thing about the whole thing, other than that little segment of the interview of the news story where they, I guess, interviewed him or whatever, and he said those stupid words, was the simple fact that I had no idea that sunflower seeds were like some sort of racist stereotype. Talk about you learn something new every day. And I said this in another video too, that I keep learning that there's all this other shit that Caucasian people say about us is fucking scary and crazy and weird. Like, these motherfuckers are sick. I mean, everything. Like, it doesn't even matter what it is. You can take a breath. Oh, look at that inward taking a breath over there. See how they are? They're always breathing. It's just fucking amazing that they're so sick in the head, like that anything could become a racist stereotype. And I'm going to make a separate video about this, and I planned to a long time ago, but if you ever notice something about racist Caucasian people, they're obsessed with food. Oh, those taco eating Mexicans. Oh, those beaners. Oh, those ricer Asians. They're ricers. They just eat all the rice. All those N-words. They eat all the chicken. Every group of people that they hate has some sort of food that they allegedly eat. It's just freaking amazing that they're just so obsessed with people's cuisine. And then the funny thing about it is, with him being, with his father being Italian, you know, there's certain things that Caucasian people who are not Italian say about them. In fact, some Caucasian people would call him an N-word and say that, you know, he's not white enough because of the whole, you know, Moors impregnating Sicilians back in the day thing, because they say that, you know, Italians used to be blonde haired people, but, you know, well, you're welcome. You have a little bit of us in you. You're welcome, buddy. But anyways, this is all my opinion. What the fuck do I know? Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. If you want to see this asshole's racist pizza, you want to see the advertisement or whatever that I was posting on social media, it's on my blog. A link to the news story is on my blog. You can see the video there. Everything's there. It's right in the description box at the meatmagazine.blogspot.com website. Remember, it's Meat Magazine on YouTube. Subscribe to all of my channels because you never know where I'm going to be next. Meat Magazine.